Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Reverend Larry Dokeno of Majesty Christian TV Network and also Radio Voice of Naija, representing the Pan-Africa Media Development Agency. This hour, I'm here with a very honorable guest, and we're going to share a few thoughts on the African diaspora, or about the African diaspora. So it's my honor, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Ms. Caroline to our program. Welcome, Caroline.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, we've had a very busy day today discussing about the African Union 6 region, representing all the Africans and those of African descent in the diaspora. Well, before we get into that, please tell us about your organization, because you represent a Pan-African organization here in the Netherlands. Can you give us some more? Tell us about your organization.
Yes, thank you to give me your time and also your audience to try to exchange with you about the situation of diaspora. Yes, concerning my my representation, I am from the Pan-African Federation of Club and Association of the African Union in the Netherlands and Schengen Zone, which we are here to try to bring together the diaspora association, the clubs, the students, the individuals, businesses, together to work towards the Agenda 2063, which also to implement the recommendation made by the head of state of Africa in Maputo concerning the 3Q resolution, which is bring the diaspora together and the descent together. But we are above of this because we was created in 1991, if the date is I'm correct, in Yaoundé, Cameroon, in the 5th summit, President Summit in Yaoundé, and we are already working the reunification, to unite African population.
Okay.
And for me in the Netherlands today, I just came to supervise and to give my little advice on how we can improve the diaspora and also to go closer to the grassroots.
Okay. Let me just talk with that, because I want us to make what we're talking about very simple and real to somebody who is watching who has no idea about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So please explain to us, what is the African diaspora, who are a part of the African diaspora, and let's talk about that first.
This is a very good question. We are all, when I say all, from the child, which is from first degree, who has a family from Africa, that is a diaspora. We are students.
First generation.
First generation, and even those one who has been brought here by, I cannot come back to this by slavery, and they are the diaspora.
Okay.
They are the diaspora. And we as African, we must call them. It's like you are calling your child to come back home, because they have been spread like a flower everywhere. And now it's our duty to bring them back home and to get them closer to her in our hearts. So then that's why the 6th region is meant to recognize all the flower who has been spread around the world.
Okay, so the flowers now are everybody who is of African origin,
yes,
whether they were born in Africa or they were born overseas, but they have African roots.
Exactly.
Including those who were taken away by slavery.
Yes.
Okay, so all our African children born here are also a part of the African diaspora. That's what you're saying.
The first diaspora. They're the first diaspora, because when you even if you are married with a Netherlands citizen and your wife is from Africa, the child has the blood of Africa,
so that's
via her mother. So then it is important for those children to come back, and that's why I'm saying to all the families, mixed family who are here in the Netherlands, they must teach the children the roots where they are coming from.
So you're saying that as long as people even have a drop of African blood, they are African.
They are African, of course. Look at me. You see, my color is not. It's not
dark like mine.
No,
but you have African blood.
It's what I'm talking. One of the best blood. But I mean, it is very important for all the children who has how did you say, African blood to return home.
Return home.
We need to teach them the way to go home. The way.
So, what is it? What has led the heads of states, the governments, to begin to look at all the African children or people of African descent all over the world? What has led them to begin to gather all these precious children who are scattered everywhere?
Can I ask you, I'm going to return the question before answering. Do you think it's normal for a stranger to come in your bedroom and take your wife and bring your wife in a country where she don't know? Do you think it's normal?
It's not normal.
Okay, so then that's why the head of state realized that there are children out there who are suffering and they want to call them back home, and they want these children to come and develop their continent, because if they are continent, we cannot deny them. And what is important now is to realize that we are together. We are together. Like, you know, it's funny what I'm going to say, and I think many mixed couple and children, they will understand what I meant. So when my parents, I was in maybe 10 years, so I started looking at my color and I was looking at my...
By the way, you're mixed. You have
I'm mixed.
Dutch.
No, I'm not Dutch. I'm from Switzerland.
Switzerland and South Africa.
And Cameroon. Of course, Cameroon. Well, okay. I cannot deny Cameroon, but I'm Pan-African. I'm Nigerian, Togolese, Senegal. I'm mixed up.
So when you were 10, what happened?
So when I was 10, I look at my color and I say, why do I have this color? And it's only last year when I made a speech and I said to myself that my color is meant to be a bridge to take the good from my Western world country and to take the good from Africa, to mix it together and to return it in the both country where the need is. So from there I realized that I have one of the great color in the world, so then I can be the link.
Belong to both sides.
That is it. That is it. That my heart is more for Africa, because Africa is beautiful. So we cannot deny Africa. And
so what do you have to say regarding to the meeting of today?
the meeting of today is good meeting, because you feel the spirit of reconciliation. You feel the spirit of willingness to go forward. You feeling that the medias are going to be our voice. So that's me. I'm very thank you to be the first one to be interviewed, and also to tackle very important how do you say, problem like immigration, human trafficking, student issues, development issues. The diaspora is now the key. Let's say is the gold, is the hot cake for every European countries today, how they are going to control, how the parliament are going to control the diaspora, so that it is not the time for us to come together and impose ourselves the way we want to develop Africa, and we have to give them the rules. They don't have to give us the rules. So then together we need to link forward to achieve the unification of Africa.
Okay.
So, and that's why this meeting for me today, and I was very pleased because it's my ambassador who is the dean of the ambassador. Like I was saying today, that when your mother is having lepra, and you need to be fit, so then so you need to go
anyway.
So then anyway,
you can't reject your mother.
That's why I'm calling. I'm taking. Thank you to give me also this opportunity. I'm calling all the ambassadors to work with their diaspora, because we feel that there is too much nepotism. We feel that they are above. They take their power above all. But the diaspora, there are some undocumented diaspora who needs the help of the ambassador. The media need the help of the ambassador.
Exactly.
The students, everybody which are from Africa, the ambassador need to realize today that we need them like they need us. Without us, they are not here.
I hope your ambassador will be able to grant interview now, because it's like she has not seen the need to really grant interview to Pan-African media agency, Radio Voice of Naija, because we've approached her many times, but it's like, oh, I speak French and my audience. So now she is the dean of the ambassadors, and that means she has to be dealing with more than Cameroon now. So I hope she will find it a pleasure to grant an interview.
There's not an excuse. I'm very straightforward. You are an ambassador. You represent the head of state. And when you represent the head of state, you are selling your country. You are selling your president. When I say selling, that means you are bringing the good. You promote the good of Cameroon. And today you are the dean of the ambassador of the African Mission. That means she is your ambassador.
Yes.
She is everybody's ambassador. Yes. So then she must, I say,
yes.
my word may be strong, but she must attend on your request because she needs to improve you in front of other ambassadors. And I'm very sorry, I'm going to apologize for her concerning the language. Yeah. I don't speak very good English, and I'm French speaking.
Yeah.
So, but I'm doing an effort to dialogue with you.
Yes.
You need to be willing to make the effort to work with people. So then awareness today is she's the dean, she must.
She belongs to all.
And she belongs. She's your mother.
Yes,
she's my mother.
exactly.
She's everybody's mother today.
Well, let me say that we will just make an effort to try and approach her again.
Yeah.
Now, we want this interview to become an eye-opener for those who are watching this program, for you to become aware of the fact that there is something called the sixth region of Africa, which represents the African diaspora. Africa is divided into 5 regions, and the sixth region is those who are of African descent who are scattered all over the world. And this now the African Union is giving recognition to and is trying to mobilize to come together. And Miss Caroline is here representing some aspect of the work of the sixth diaspora, of the Pan-Africans in diaspora for that matter, and that's what she's sharing some light on. We will be having some more discourse with Miss Caroline to share some more light on the work that she's doing, and so we want you to stay tuned for that. That will be coming your way very soon. Thank you very much for watching this segment, and I want to say thank you, Miss Caroline, for your insight. God bless you.